defined by parenthood.
Reese always makes time for her kids.
Adored by her husband.
I'm from America once, so they gotta come through me first.
And she wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm a very, very blessed woman. I feel very lucky.
Meet Reese Witherspoon, Hollywood's Golden Girl. Laura Jean Reese Witherspoon may be a Southern girl at heart, but don't let the hometown charm fool you. Sure, she's sweet, but she's also smart, tough, and extremely talented. In fact, Reese is one of the few stars in Hollywood whose name alone can open a picture. The 5'2" blonde was born in New Orleans on March 22, 1976. Reese spent her first 4 years overseas while her dad was stationed in Germany. When he completed his military service, the family returned to the U.S. and settled in Nashville.
Growing up with sort of that hometown, small-town sensibility, where you're very close to your family and you know everybody in town, everybody knows you, and everybody knows everybody's business.
Reese was brought up in a grounded household. She has loving parents, a loving family. She lived a normal childhood.
With both parents in the medical profession, Reese and her older brother John enjoyed an upbringing of culture and privilege.
She's just sort of this traditional Southern belle. She went to Harpeth Hall Academy, which is this private all-girls school, whose alumni include Minnie Pearl and Amy Grant. And it's just obvious that she retains the sort of classic, very traditional, very ladylike sensibility.
Even among her upper-crust classmates, Reese possessed exceptional pedigree. She was a direct descendant of John Witherspoon, a signer of the Declaration of Independence. At age 7, Reese took an interest in show business after being asked to appear in a flower shop ad.
Reese got her start in acting in a local commercial. A friend down the street was the granddaughter of a local florist, so Reese did a commercial for Joy's Flowers and really got the acting bug.
Oh, I just thought it was the greatest thing that ever happened. So I asked my mom to sign me up for acting classes. So I'm at a local community college, and I finished the children's course, and then I moved on to the young adult course, and this is at 7. And then I went on to the adult course when I was 9. I think I was, doing acting with partners, and they were like 35, and I was 9.
In 1988, Reese signed with the AMAX Model and Talent Agency in Nashville.
Reese was just a joy. The minute she walked into our agency at AMAX, she was just a complete joy.
There are kids that come in, and definitely you can tell that the parents have encouraged them to come in versus the kids bringing their parents in. And I think it was definitely the case of Reese. It was her goal to be an actress and model. It wasn't her parents pushing her.
Confident and determined, Reese went out for every type of job.
Most of the paying jobs started out as local print work for department stores. She would do a lot of country music videos, small commercials that were mostly local,
including this TV ad for Opryland.
What's cool in the summer?
The mall. A movie with Rick.
Opryland?
Please.
Where's the fun? Opryland 89.
My idea cool or what? Your idea was my idea. I thought of it first.
At regional talent contests, Reese's charm and charisma often proved irresistible to judges.
I remember one competition, she just did a little song and dance number. I think she was 10 or 11, adorable, and, had the hat, threw the hat in the air after the competition, and the judges stood for her. She always brought down the house. She won so many things. We're just so proud of her that she's Nashville's girl.
Though Reese's parents always encouraged her talent, schoolwork came first. Reese aced her classes and participated in activities like Girl Scouts, cheerleading, and gymnastics. Her unwavering perfectionism led Mom to give her the nickname Little Miss Type A. Reese also took an interest in boys. Unfortunately, her first kiss was anything but perfect.
Being 11 years old and kissing him on my roller skates and rolling off down the hill onto the roller skating rink, that was highly embarrassing.
No doubt Reese used this experience to build character, which made her even more perfect for the role that launched her career. In 1990, when Reese was 14, she persuaded her dad to drive her to an open audition for the film The Man in the Moon. Reese showed up hoping to be an extra, but came away with the lead role.
It was like a cattle call. There's 1,000 kids there, and Reese definitely, went in with something a little bit more than the other kids had.
You don't have to sound so hateful.
Danny, I don't have time for all this.
Sorry I took your time.
Well, maybe if you were just a little bit older, you could understand.
If I were just a little bit older, I could do everything, couldn't I, Court?
What was so amazing about it was how precocious her performance was. I mean, she was able to bring up emotions that people twice her age have a hard time doing.
I love you, Court.
Don't love me now, when things are so mixed up. I've got more than I can say grace over right now.
You do fall in love with her in that picture because she's cute, she's smart, she's also slightly vulnerable.
Reese's insightful performance prompted fellow cast members to dub her Little Meryl, after one of Reese's big screen idols, Meryl Streep.
I think a lot of critics think that Reese Witherspoon stole that movie because that's what really brought her to the attention of critics and got her more work.
Reese also attracted one of Hollywood's top talent agencies, William Morris.
I had been given a screen test by a friend of mine who was a casting assistant, and this phenomenal young girl, like a young Jodie Foster, just popped off the screen, and I thought, who the hell is this? And met her, had dinner with she and her mother.
Reese was entering the big leagues, but she never came off as a rookie.
I wasn't really working with a child. She was 40 years old, trapped in a 13-year-old body, so it wasn't hard to have intelligent conversations with Reese about material and projects and life in general.
Reese signed with William Morris and promptly landed an audition for the thriller Cape Fear. It was no big deal until Reese realized she was about to meet two Hollywood legends.
She was flying over to audition with Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro, and a fellow passenger was just raving about the actor and director. And Reese was not nervous before, but was nervous after hearing that, and she blew the audition.
The role went to Juliette Lewis. Fortunately, there were plenty of other offers. In 1992, director Andy Tennant cast Reese as a young leukemia victim in need of a bone marrow transplant in Desperate Choices.
Let's hear your line first. I saw her as this phenomenal dramatic actress. I had seen Man in the Moon and just thought, oh my God, she's good. I think everybody felt that way.
Come on, do it again, Andy. No.
She's a very serious person, but she's also incredibly bright and incredibly clever.
The role was a challenge for Reese, who immersed herself in her work.
I am sick again. And this time I'm not going to get any better. But you're going to be okay. And I'll be happy because you're fine. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
I don't want you to die.
Stop it.
It's hard not to take it home with you after you're done with work and everything. Everybody kind of keeps me down and helps me realize it's not really me. I just get really passionate about it, and I get really sensitive about how these people feel. And it's tough, but I'm dealing with it.
The 16-year-old also had something else to deal with during production: homework.
Yeah, school's interesting, you know. I'm not getting a lot of school in, but I'm actually getting all my work done, really. It's unbelievable, but, you know, I really do get it done. It's tough. I'm in a college prep school, so it's like chemistry and algebra. Oh, I'm going to try and graduate next year.
All right, you ready, Willie?
Reese not only kept up with her studies, she managed to film 3 more features and a TV miniseries while still in high school. But juggling everything was hard work. Reese began having second thoughts.
That was like, there was a period of her life, too, in her mid-teens where she really questioned whether or not she was going to continue on with the acting career. And it wasn't that she didn't believe in her abilities, because I think anybody that gifted knows it. It was more about, is this what I want to do with the rest of my life?
Uncertain about her future, the 18-year-old focused on finishing school. When it came time to leave Harpeth Hall in 1994, Witherspoon did more than just graduate. She earned her diploma with honors. Her mom and dad were even more thrilled when Reese decided to enter Stanford as an English Lit major. On campus, Reese was like any other student, with one minor difference. She got calls from Hollywood. Lots of them.
But I live in the dorms. I go to class and go to the library, and everybody's just very nonchalant about it all. They call and they're like, oh, Reese, Oliver Stone's on the phone. Hurry up, get out of the bathroom. I'm like, okay. We run down the hall, get the phone.
Initially, Reese put academia ahead of acting. But within a year, she chose a different path and never looked back. Coming up, Reese is tested.
And I just sort of gritted my teeth, and I knew I could do it.